Hello, Music con Brio students and families. This video is for the piano students in the 4:30 class, and this is our group playing video for this week. So we are going to play today Little Liza Jane. It's a song from Faber Book 1. And I know that some of you have a different version of the book than I do, so your version of the piece might be totally different. Some of the books have this in a different key and different melody, but I sent you, or Miss Carol is going to send you a scan of this copy so you can work on the same one that I'm working on. And if you prefer to just play the version of the piece that's in your book, that's okay too. It's the same melody, it's just written out a bit differently, okay? So, but if you are able to access that, the PDF that Miss Carol is sending out, do look at that, because that's the version that I'll be using today. So, Little Liza Jane is a song that uses some of the things we've been learning from last week. So last week we learned about seconds, which are notes that are next to each other, and so it's the same as steps, and thirds, which are the same thing as skips. So here's a second, here's a third, right? And this song uses both of those. It's got some steps and some skips in its melody. So the first step to learning any new piece of music is always to look at the rhythm and count and clap. So we're going to do that now together. So get out your copy of the music and look at it with me. And we're going to count and clap the right hand because the right hand has the melody. Okay? And again, this is my version. Let's go nice and slow. So 1, 2, count and clap. Ta, 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 ta. Half note, ta, half note, ta, dotted half, rest, ta, 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 half note, ta, dotted half, rest. Good, let's try that again. There's a little bit of a tricky spot with the measures that have ta, half note, ta, dotted half, right? Can we just try that part together? Ready, go. Ta, half note, ta, dotted half, rest. Good, let's try the song again together. 1, 2, count and clap. Ta, 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 half note, ta, half note, ta, dotted half, rest. Ta, 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 half note, ta, dotted half, rest. Nice, great job everybody, good. Okay, so the next step is, we just talked about in our last video, reading music, right? So the next thing to do is to find your hand position. So look at the beginning of the piece, and once again, this is my version, so if you're really confused, look at the copy that Miss Carol sent, and it will have the same thing that I'm working with, okay? So the very first note at the beginning, is it a line note or a space note? It's a space note, it's the top space, so face in the space, F-A-C-E. So that note is an E, and it says to use our third finger. So let's put our third finger on E. Now here's a question. Is it E right next to middle C, or is it treble E, the higher one? You can tell by looking at the staff. Because this is on the top space, we know that it can't be right next to middle C, because middle C is way down at the bottom of the treble clef, right? So this is treble E, okay? So right up here, we'll put our third finger on E. That means we're in C position. First finger's on C. Okay, and we know that we start with tas. Now check out the first measure. Do those look like steps or skips to you? Yeah, it's steps, right? So that measure is steps or seconds. How about the next measure? The ta-ta half note one. Yeah, that's a skip there. That goes up by a third. And then the third measure, we have an E again, right? And the half note plays two notes at the same time. Let's figure out what those are. So they're both space notes, right? The bottom one And you can also figure out this from your hand position, right? So 3 is on E. That first finger is a third down. So the space notes F, A, C. That note you're playing with your thumb is a C. And then finger 5, and that just happens to be a third away from E, and it's also the space above the staff. Several different strategies you can use to figure it out. I'll let you take a moment and try to figure out what that top note is. This is in the third measure, playing it with your 5th finger. It's a G. So you're going to play C and G at the same time. Okay, let's go through the first line pretty slowly and sing the notes while we play. Okay, starting with our 3rd finger on E. 1, 2, ready, play. E, E, D, C, E, G, G, E, both, E, both. I like to say both when we're playing 2 notes at once because you can't really say C and G really quick. Okay, let's do that again. This time we're going to sing the finger numbers along with it, okay? Beginning. 1, 2, ready, play. 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 5, 3, both, 3, both. Rest. Good. And then if we look down at the second line, the first 2 measures are exactly the same. Let's play it. Back to notes now. Ready, and the second line. E, E, D, C, E, G, G. Now, what's different about those last 2 measures? Instead of playing E and then both C and G, we just go down by steps. It's just stepwise. We have seconds. We have E, E, D, C. Rest. Can we try that second line again? This time we'll sing the finger numbers. Okay? Second line, and here we go. E, E, D, C. Whoops. The finger numbers. I'm sorry, my mistake. Finger numbers, and ready, play. 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Great job, friends. Okay, so we've played through the whole song with the right hand. Take a look now at the left hand. Okay, now next week we're going to have a whole video on reviewing how to read the bass clef notes. But for now, let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, so we have fingers 5 and 1, and we're going to be in C position. So that means your pinky goes on C, and your first finger goes on G, and this is bass C and bass G, right? And it looks like we just have tied whole notes. Do you remember what a tie is? I bet a lot of you do. A tie is when is something that connects different notes together so that you hold out the note for the value of all the tied notes. So the whole first line in the left hand, these notes are all tied together. So we just play it and keep holding it out for the full line. All right, so I bet we can add that to the right hand because it's just notes that are holding. Let's try it. So right hand, find your C position, 3rd finger on E. Left hand, C position as well. And we're going to sing, let's do finger numbers for the right hand. Okay? 1, 2, ready, play. 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 5, 3, both, 3, both. Rest. Okay, second line, we also have tied whole notes in the left hand, and it's the same as the beginning. Let's try it, just the first 2 measures of that second line. Ready, play. 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 5. And then the left hand actually is going to play a little harmony part. So it starts with the first finger, so that would be G, right? And does that go down in steps or in skips? It's steps, yeah. So it just goes 1, 1, 2, 3. Can you try that with me? 1 is on G, remember. 1, 2, and ready, play. 1, 1, 2, 3. Can we add that to the right hand? Remember, the right hand is playing 3, 3, 2, 1. So think about which fingers you need in the right and left hands, and we'll play it together, okay? 1, 2, ready, play. Let's try it one more time. Let's sing the rhythm while we do that, okay? Last 2 measures again. 1, 2, ready, play. Oops, let's sing the rhythm. My mistake again. 1, 2, and ready, play. Ta, half, no, ta, dotted, half, rest. Good, friends, that's the whole song. Pretty easy, right? And it uses some really nice steps and skips, and it talks about some tied notes, which a lot of us have been learning. So let's play the whole song together, shall we? Find your hand position, set up nice and straight, do the arm test, make sure you're the right distance away, lift your wrists so you have beautiful curved fingers, and let's sing the rhythm while we play. 1, 2, ready, play. Great work, friends. And of course, you can always pause the video and practice this at your own pace so you can get all the notes, get all the fingerings and the rhythm. So feel free to pause the video and then jump back in. One last thing we're going to do with this piece is add the dynamics. So take a look. There is a definite pattern to these dynamics, right? Can you find what it is? What's the pattern? Yeah, so it starts mezzo forte for the first phrase, then forte, and then mezzo forte, and then forte. So remember, mezzo forte is like medium soft, so we really don't want to press very hard at all. Very gentle on the keys. And then for forte, we use arm weight and let the weight of our arm drop into the keys to make a nice loud full sound, okay? So let's add our dynamics this time. Okay? 1, 2, ready, play. Great job, everybody. Yeah, adding those dynamics just makes it that much more expressive and musical. So that's an important part of our learning a new piece as well. Great work today, friends. Thank you for joining me and happy practicing. I will see you next time.